Hello everyone, it's me, Smudgeworks, and today we have another custom showcase to show you. I hope you guys enjoy. Before we get into my model of Falcon, I would like to look at some of the Reverend's own personal models of Falcon himself, so let's take a look. Now this model is certainly a mishmash of a ton of parts, mainly being a dapple pug kit for the cab and the saddle tank, as well as the smoke box door for it. It's all running on a mini trains chassis with a scratch bell running board and buffer beams, with a funnel from a gem vari kit. There's also this version of Falcon, a much improved version made by an unknown maker. It has been theorized this is made out of a Ronning Standings 009 kit, but to be honest, we don't really know. It's truly a mystery. Still a stunning model though, definitely holds up today. There's also something to note here is that the Reverend never actually made a Sir Handel model for the Skarloey gang, which is incredibly puzzling considering he made Falcon but not Sir Handel. Definitely an odd choice in my opinion. With that being said, let's move on to my model of Falcon. Now the model really started all the way back in August when I really made sketches for the cab and running board outlines, but I never actually got a chassis until August or September So when I got the chassis, I actually cut out outlines for where the block is supposed to be and for the chassis to actually fit in the cab. And I also recorded a video of the chassis running itself. The chassis I used was a Bachmann 040 Docksider, which is an incredibly old chassis with very quite bad technology. As you can see, it doesn't run well at all, and it ran even worse before considering the fact that it was only using smash connections instead of wiring. And it just wasn't really working well because of the light weight of it and the lack of any real wheels to pick it up. But I eventually was able to actually counteract this, and you'll see this later, but at the moment it just didn't really run well and was incredibly jerky. Now the model itself was stuck on hiatus until I could get the body shell from Bachmann Parts Store. So until then I did some other customs, but eventually it did come, and this is when the real work started to begin. I chopped off the saddle tank of the Skarloey shell off the coal bunkers, and I also redid the running board as it just didn't really look right to me, and sanded it down the smoke box a little bit so it was even on the chassis. And eventually I just glued it all together, and it looked pretty good. In fact, I really was digging how it was looking. And here's also another video of it running, and also if you're running, the dome is from a Lego missile piece. It's one of those rounded pieces that you get on some missile sets. But anyways, as you see it ran a little bit better. Definitely better than it was before due to the extra weight of the die-cast saddle tank, but still not great, so I would eventually add some weights in the saddle tank. But at the moment, it was running pretty okay. It was better than I expected, at least. What I then did was I got some Tamiya putty and smeared them all over the cracks and crevices of the cab and the front buffer beam to make sure that everything was covered and to make sure to fill out those cracks, and then sanded them all down so it's relatively smooth. And after that, I primed the whole model and it looked pretty good, especially the front of the cab. It definitely looked a lot better than it did before due to the fact that all the cracks and crevices that were in there before were now all filled up and looked fairly smooth and definitely looked really good in my opinion. As you can see here, the model was then painted with brush paints. I painted the shell blue with the red buffer beams and the black running board and the black roof and all that. I added number transfers and weathered the model down, added some brass wire details and a whistle, and after that it was all done. My most complex custom I have ever made was now done, and it looked really good in my opinion. This is by far the most complex custom that I have of the 3 or technically 4 mid-Sodor engines, more on that another day, but it's definitely also earned the title of my favorite 009 loco that I have made thus far. Although that's not really much of a competition, it's still something to note, due to the fact that it's nearly entirely scratch built by me. It's definitely something really special. I think I did an amazing job with this, and I think I did a pretty good job. But enough about me blubbering on about this engine. I know what you guys want to see, and it's to see this thing run, so let's watch it go around my layout. And I think that just about does it for this video. Comment down below what you guys think. Make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to go follow my Twitter so you can see what I'm doing, not on YouTube, and see more behind the scenes stuff. Also, let me know what you think of this new format of video. I want my custom videos to be a little bit more structured, unlike the Smudger and Stewart videos, which were just awful. And I think I might remake those in this sort of format. But tell me what you guys think. Anyways, see you guys later, and have a good day.